Good afternoon. My name is Marcus Scarrett. This is a video answer, a, a video answering questions for a business course I'm taking. Um, this will be part one. Uh, so, that being said, let's begin. The first question that I have to answer um, is under the section the and the American small business. In your own words, does the fatal assumption that is the root cause of most small businesses, or excuse me, what does the fatal assumption that is the root cause of most small businesses um, failures mean to you? Um, in a nutshell, if I were to put this uh, into a sense of perspective, every individual that starts a business um, always, no matter what that business um, is usually coming from a place of experience, um, because they've done it a lot, they've been around it a lot, um, etc. It's always from some type of experience. Mostly, hands-on is in the larger percent of cases, it seems. Now, the thing is, this can often turn out to be the entrepreneur's greatest weakness because they think, well, if I can do a thing, it means that they will be more likely to succeed when they branch out on their own. Uh, this is not the case. Um, Often, what happens is that they get bogged down by a lot of the other external parts of building a, like financing, advertising, um, various forms of research of the market, and so on. Um, in To summarize, it's often a much larger piece of a greater puzzle that they might. Um, um, the second question denotes um, um, describe the characteristic of the entrepreneur, the manager, and the technician. Uh, Identify and briefly describe the three phases of business growth. I'm not sure if that was meant to be two questions, but I'll do my best. Um, as a point of reference, I may turn back to the book, but um, an entrepreneur represents, actually, to begin again, these three aspects: the entrepreneur, the manager, and the technician, um, are actually three facets of each of us. As one exists within each person, and they come out to the fore when one starts envisioning a self-run business. The entrepreneur is always looking forward into the future, into like the great unknown, the next big project, or the next great idea. The technician, or excuse me, the manager is the one that is trying to keep the entrepreneur grounded, technician on task. They are the one that is the organizer, the individual that wants to make sure that the machine is running smoothly and consistently. It's the technician is the one that is most often focusing on the present, getting a job finished, in ensuring that the is done in a satisfactory fashion. These three entities often can be seen as the past, present, and future aspects of an entrepreneur. As far as the three phases of business growth, let me see if I can go back a bit. Business development is certainly one of them. The one of the phases is being, and I'm sort of putting two things together because I do feel that they're equally important and they kind of represent a mutually important facet. Being able to go beyond the comfort zone that you may find yourself wanting to stick to because it's an area that you know is often important, because that is where the greatest amount of opportunity is. Another aspect, which is yes, and the other point that I wanted to mention is the ability to take a mature perspective of what you're trying to accomplish. The third, I believe anyway, is the acknowledgement of the fledgling stage of development, and it's important to be okay to look for help from someone that has been in the business for a while, as an advisor or as a as a as a mentor of sorts. The third question, sort of, and I'm being honest here, it kind of baffled me. What were the three keys to IBM's success? Now, if I were to examine the book specifically, I would state innovation, quantification, and orchestration. These are the three fundamental aspects of a business that are mentioned in the book. As a side note, I did go a little bit beyond the scope to track down specifically the three key points of IBM's success, which can be found as a point of interest at http etc. www.forbes.com. The three points that are made by this site are: business must be genuinely global, technological, advances in globalization have completely changed the rules about how and where things can be and should get done. Yet many companies still cling to their old models for operating, duplicating the same functions and organizations in various locations. This leads to layers of discrepancy and redundancy that produce a significant drag on efficiency and performance. The second point that is made, sometimes companies must fully transform their portfolios. Companies in a crisis need to look at their entire portfolios rationally and candidly, and figure out what they have that customers want today, and what customers will want tomorrow. Then get rid of anything that doesn't fit the resulting model, and invest in the growth of the growth opportunities. The third point that is made comes from leadership, not mere survival. The people running some companies may be inclined at least initially to resist the tremendous economic, social, and technological forces of change they faced. We have seen evidence of this approach, and it is and it's devastating uh, results. Anyone ever accomplished by excuse me a minute. Anyone ever accomplished by standing in the way of progress was to get run over. I apologize. I think there was a typo on this site. Was to get run over. The path to success lies in understanding the relevant trends, figuring out how your strengths and resources can capitalize on them, and staking out a leadership position. Unquote. The next question, which is based on the information found in the part of the book entitled "The Turnkey Revolution: A New View of Business." Question 4: describe the turnkey revolution and its impact on business today. The way I would describe this, to the best of my ability, refers to the relatively new trend of franchising your your business. It is a way in which the entrepreneur can start a framework of a service, of, some type of business, like McDonald's, for example. They can build a ex- they can build a prototype, if you will, and once that prototype has borne fruit, it then allows the entrepreneur to give others a chance at joining them in their success by buying into the formula, and as a team creating a long lasting brand. Um, Actually, I think I may have answered 5 within my answer 4. Um, at this point, I will end this video and continue in a second.